So the moment that happened and I took a hard stance and I started, like I said, doing media and everything, I was being grossly retaliated at work. I mean, it just overnight, everything changed. And I ended up, because we were evacuated from our home and our family was so sick, I ended up utilizing, and I had notified, General Rudd, Josh Rudd, was the commander of Special Operations Command. I had a meeting with him. I actually brought my husband. We tried to phone in our lawyer, but we were denied access to our attorney. And I said, listen, sir, I've got a lot on my plate. Like,
you were denied access to have a meeting with your attorney and him in the same room?
Yeah, so he had his attorney, the command attorney was there, and my attorney doesn't live there. He lives in Louisiana.
Right, and you couldn't phone them in. You know, that reminds me of recently. I'm not ready to tell that kind of story yet, but I had some counseling, and I really wanted to have a legal person in the room to make sure that I was, not going to be retaliated against, and that it was going to be and it ended up being an okay conversation. But I would have felt a lot better if I'd been able to have someone to call in. And unfortunately, you were denied that. That's too bad.
Yeah. So the command knew I was represented by counsel at that point. And we just said, hey, like, I'm trying to make a formal complaint of retaliation to you. These are the things that are happening to me. And I want you to look into this as my commander, which is your obligation, right? To have an environment free of retaliation and harassment. And I was experiencing both, and it was awful, and almost, it was cruel because of everything that my family was going through at that point and how sick my kids were. And the fact that is the way that they saw fit to support me was just